Okay, you all, hello, hello, hello. Come in, hit the like, hit the share button. And this is just a quick live stream that I'm going to do. I was sitting in front of my laptop, in front of my desk doing some work. These articles popped up. And I also want to say last night I did a live stream, and I think I continuously was saying that X, right? We talked about Elon Musk and the Twitter name change of X, is number 23 in the alphabet. So I want to make that publicly known that that was a mistake on my part. It's actually number 24. It is 26. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. So X is 24, Y is 25, and Z would be 26. So I think I kept saying 23 on last night live stream. So let me just make that disclaimer that it's course 24. However, when you look at the alphabet and you start over your count from 26, for example, and you start your count over at A, which would be 27, and B 28, and C 29. That's another numerical revelation within itself, because once you do it, if you do it that way, then you will see G is the number 33, and then you can go on to add like the numbers and why how God is spelled out, things like that. But you'll also see that 50 is the number X as well. So X is not only 24, but also the number 50. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I teach the biblical economic system from a numeric system, and informing people about the Latin names of the months so that you can be accurate in your months and know the Latin name for July and things like that. And so, again, the word July is from Julius Caesar. It's the month named after Julius Caesar, right? And the Latin is the number five for quintilis or quintilis, number five. So we look at the fifth month. So again, when you look at X and you start from the number 26 and you're counting again from X, you'll see 50. You take away the zero, and you know zero has no intrinsic value. Then you will see the number five. So you see the X tied to July. And just looking at the Simpsons, also again, X is the number 24 as well. You all come in, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, come in and say hello and drop your city and state. Let me know where you are tuning in from. So you see the letter X, 24. If you keep up with sports, you got to know that this is Kobe Bryant, the leaving and living a legacy of Kobe Bryant, the great black Mamba, and Kobe Bryant's number, one of the numbers that he wore. We also see the number six. The number six is the number of man, and the number of things of creation by the hands of the works or the intellect of man. And then we see the number three. The number three is the number of transformation, right? The number three is the number of transformation. As Jesus was in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, went in a physical form and was transformed into a spiritual form. So the number three is the number of transformation. And also, what's I can't think. It's transformation. Um, I don't want to say duplication, but it'll come to me as a live stream. So we see X24 again. 2 + 4 is 6. You see the double 33 in this again. The number 33, double 33 is transformation. Also, the number 33 is illumination. That's what I was looking for. Illumination, where you are illuminated, and at 33 degrees, ice is then able to be illuminated into water, right? And so with this, I don't get on my live stream just to get numbers to you, to get you all excited, to get you to go around friends and family that probably don't even care about this number system, and to try to have a debate with them, to get them to, so you can be the smartest person in the room or the spiritual and spooky person. That's not why I give you numbers. I give you numbers so you can follow this economic system. And the Bible for me gives me revelation of where we are headed. And so does the number system. I don't want you to be spiritual and spooky. I don't want you to be religious and out of tact, right? I don't want you to seem like you know something deep from watching my live streams and now you want to go and tell this to people. And then you don't explain it to them in a way where they even know why they should know these number systems or know why they should know the accuracy of the months of the year. I give you this so you can make your financial decisions based off sound numerology numbers and and what they tell you. When I say they, I mean the powers that be. They tell you through humor. They tell you through um like Richard Pryor had this episode where he's talking about, Genesis 1 and 1, and they're discovering that blacks found, and people are laughing and humorous. And Jim Carrey is talking about 33 degrees. He's talking about he's throwing up the triangle and sticking out his tongue and talking about Illuminati, and people are laughing. And so they tell this um, through jokes and humors, right? You had Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory soon transformed from being just a stand-up comedian to a person that was a deep philosopher. So a lot of your comedians, Cat Williams, they tell you the truth, but people don't take it seriously a lot. And one other way that you tell through the truth is through Hollywood, through movies, right? For example, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has two X, right? Two X in his name. And that's in They Clone Tyrone. They tell you about cloning. And also, just in the name Jamie Foxx alone, you will see 69. You will see the 24. Well, in his last name, rather, you will see the 24 here for the number 6 again. Number 12, which is the number of government. 12, you have 12 jurors, people that serve on the jury. 12 is the number of government. 12 is the number of completion, as you have 12 months in a year, a completion of a cycle, the number 12. And so now you see the 12, and you see 69, as above, so below, right? Nine is the number of finality, of maturation of a thing. A woman that carries a child or an infant or fetus for 9 months, that's considered to be the full maturity of that infant or that child or that fetus. And so the ninth, the number 9, the finality, right? The hidden that will be revealed. The number 9 is something that's hidden will be revealed. Like a hidden child, like in a pregnant woman. That child after the night, after the full maturation, will be revealed. The number 9 unites in duality. It unites in duality. It is what is concealed is now revealed. So number 9 is a number of truth. What is concealed is now revealed with the number 9. Something is revealed or completed. Something is coming to an end. And so, with that being said, you have the number 6. Again, it's man's ability. 6 is incomplete. It is one short of the number 7. It is man's ability, man's financial system without the spiritual, combined without God. 6 days of creation, as I see 11:11 in. You all come in, hit the like button. Hello to you. Thank you for tuning in from Myrtle Beach. Thank you for tuning in. So, as much as I tell people this is finality, it is coming. You have people that don't prepare, unfortunately, and that's their decision, that's their choice, right? But I'm showing you so that you can be prepared, because the number 5 is the number of preparation. Again, July, the 5th month. Number 5 is the number of preparation. So when we put in the full Jamie Foxx name, you're going to see the number 40, the double 44. This is where Elon Musk and Twitter, now known as X, he purchased it for $44 billion. $44 billion. right? And then you also see the number 10 connected to it as well. In Acts chapter 10 in the Bible, vision happened, right? In Acts chapter 10, vision happened. And so, with this being said, you all, we have 10, which is a number of, or half of five, which is July the 5th month. But 10 represents a balance of spiritual and natural. 10 represents giving and receiving. You have five fingers on each hand, one to give, one to receive. You have the 10 commandments. Five of the 10 commandments was things to do in the natural law, and then the other five of the 10 commandments was things to do spiritually. 10 represents a balance of completion. Matthew 25, you have the five wise virgins and the five foolish. 10 also lets you know that only 50% of people, like I have 10 people on this live stream right now, only five will take action. The other five are doing nothing. The 50-50 rule, right? So you're going to have five people that are preparation and five people without preparation, without a plan. The number five, your hands, for example, are made for planting, right? They can plant and then they can pull and they can now receive what they produce. So you have one hand that's for planting and giving, and the other hand for pulling and receiving. When you put those two together, you become a balanced person. When you know how to combine the spiritual with the natural. So many people just want to know the spiritual things and they don't want to do the natural. Then you have so many people that want to do the natural things and they don't want to do the spiritual. You have to combine. So that's the number 10. We see again a double 44. The number 4, it represents the earth. 4 is things from the earth, right? You have your air and your wind, for example. You have your fire and your water, and then you have your dirt. Those represents the 4 things from the earth. Jesus' parable, he talks about 4 types of soil. 4 types of soil. There's 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 directions: north, east, west, and south. And the number 4, the 4 stages of leadership. By the 4th day, 4 things was created: light, liquid, land, life-bearing vegetation. 4 represents the things in this earth realm. Daniel 7:3 talks about the 4 earthly kingdoms. So we see the double 44. We see what's happening right now, the transformation in the earth realm. So now to the Simpsons. Did the Simpsons predict the Twitter X logo? Let's watch this video and let's see. So again, come in, you all. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and let's share this with everyone that may watch it on the replay.
You will be a non-speaking Pharisee. But Jesus didn't stammer. His voice hit the back of the theater. He was a God who turned water into wine and did not wear shoes. Ooh. He said simple things that many followed. Just like me on Twitter. Be a non-speaking Pharisee. But Jesus didn't stammer. His voice hit the back of the theater. He was a God who turned water into wine and did not wear shoes. Ooh. He said simple things that many followed. Just like me on Twitter.
So this was actually May. May is a big month that's coming up next year for Bitcoin as well. This was May 2012 episode where Homer mentions the apps and look at his phone. And yep, there it is right there. in 2012. You all, this is not a prediction, it's not a prophecy. It is a plan that they are executing and bringing to pass. And I always ask you all, are you planning as well? Right? Are you planning as well? And so, you know, he looks at his phone. So X 2024, also the reversal of the letter X is 50, right? 5 brings about a change. 5 is the number of balance. So we're shifting, we're halfway through the year. We're shifting from one portion of the year. Now we're shifting into a whole nother portion. Also, in 7 days, we have the feds that's not 7 days, but July 27th, right? July 27th. There are some changes that's coming. And with that being said, people, this is going to cause a lot of your smaller retail banks, right? Your smaller retail banks to not be able to function with the new Fed Now technology. So people that are going to be forced to do banking with the big banks that are already with the digital transfer, such as JP Morgan, um, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, those banks. It's going to be big banks take little banks. And so Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will speak tomorrow. More than likely the interest rates will rise. So that means your credit score, that old FICO score, I've been telling you all that we've been away, we've been done with the FICO, the old FICO scoring system. And there's still some people selling credit repair, and your credit can look pretty, right? You can still pay for credit repair and get a high credit score, but you're going to pay higher interest rates no matter, how well your credit is. And that's not to say or discourage you from getting your credit, but when these Fed interest rates rise and the higher interest rates on consumer borrowing happens on like your auto loans, your vehicles, your personal loans, your home equity loans, your HELOC, your credit card interest rates. So it's getting to more expensive to borrow. And guess what number rate hike this will be that will happen on tomorrow? Number 11. You see it in the background. Don't act like I haven't been teaching you all. Number 11 means a wealth transfer and chaos. You see it right here, the 11th rate hike and chaos and confusion at the same time, as in 9/11. 11/11 is duality. It's duality. So this day two meeting is expected to kick off. The central bank is again going to announce it on tomorrow. You have less than a couple of hours, which means we're definitely out of cheap debt. You're going to see the housing market begin to see the effects of this again, just like 2008 and 2009. And then on top of that, you have student loans repayment that's scheduled to come back in August, where people are, going to be expected to start back paying that student loan because the Supreme Court did not approve of Biden. And listen, people, they tell you, when I say they, every president tell you every election year, excuse me, that they want to do away with student loans, and it never happened. They're not doing it. It is not going to happen. And on top of some other news, gas prices are expected to jump from 10 to as much as 20 cents. I told you our inflation is coming. So, hey, if you're in the trucking business or you need diesel or something, or you commute a long way to work, or you just living paycheck to paycheck, and now you may see 10, 25 cents higher a gallon in some states. this week, not next week. The average gas price right now is $3.63 as of today. That's 3 cents higher. I told you all that gas prices was not lowering. It was not getting lower or cheaper. It was just taking a dip from its all-time highs. That's a difference. Like, oh, gas prices again are going down. No, 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 it wasn't. It's taking a dip from its all-time high. That's a big difference. It wasn't going down. It's taking a dip from its all-time high. OPEC began Organization of Petroleum and Exporting Goods began in July earlier this month to cut or reduce the amount of crude oil that's being shipped into the United States. So you have Florida that's have started raising prices, gas prices, the increase of the price of crude oil. This is why I have cryptocurrency that is backed by crude oil, real world commodities. This is why. So if you're in Washington, California, Oregon, Nevada, Utah, you can see as much as 10 to 25 cents higher this week. And today is Tuesday, July 25th to be exact. See, Warren Buffett said it this way: only when the tide goes out, you'll learn who's been swimming naked. So you'll see how many middle class people were really dependent upon credit now, because cheap credit is gone and is drying up. You'll see how many middle class Americans, and I'm saying middle class because usually the poor working class do not have good credit anyway. Right? It's usually the middle class Americans that give the illusion that financially they're doing well when everything that they're on is finance. Hello, what's up with you? You said MRNC. What's up? I use diesel. Um, wow. Thank you for letting me know. Giving that MRNC 5.99 in California. I think the cheapest price right now for gas and diesel is probably in the southern states like Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana. Definitely not Florida. So let's look at this too. I did the Jamie Foxx gematria. I showed you the Simpsons. The letter X is number 24 in the alphabet. Also, if you start counting again, it's the number 50. Now, you have to also think about the 50th Jubilee when we talk about the number 50 as well. X. You also have to think about 50 as in the 50th Jubilee. The number 50, you all, is a resetting period as well. A resetting period of time of a resetting of, let's see, the currency system. That's the easiest way I can put it. The Jubilee occurs 7 sets of seven, 7 times 7. I've been teaching you all about the IMF, the G7 meetings, the 7 countries. You can see the reverse reduction for the name Elon Musk is 7. Then 106 is 7. And then you see that 11. 11. Again, 11 means chaos and a wealth transfer simultaneously at the same time, as Genesis 11 talks about the Tower of Babel. We having a global, no matter what language you speak, like the Tower of Babel, we're having a global financial reset right now. This is the greatest wealth transfer in human history for some, and it's going to be the greatest financial setback for others. 11 is chaos, disorder, wealth transfer. It is also a visionary. The number 11 also connected to the final judgment. 11 is also representative of a new beginning. A new beginning. As you see, I talked about number 10 earlier with Jamie Foxx and the 69 as well. But the number 10 in the name Elon and the number 10 as well, you see the reverse is 46 and 64 in the name must. But the ordinal equals to 110, which is the reduction is 9 plus 2, which is 11. I already broke down the number 9. Deuteronomy 11:11 is transitioning to a new life of abundance in a promised land, that you are blessed with many resources. Deuteronomy 1:11, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you and increase you 1,000 times more. John 11:11, Lazarus is asleep, but I am here to awaken him up. I am here to wake some people, but if you want to stay asleep, you can remain asleep. Because Joseph was the 11th child. He was a dream interpretation. The only thing that comes to a dreamer is a dream. The only thing that comes to a sleeper is a dream. 11 represents duality. There are 11 promises from the book of John, and John was God's favorite disciple. So back to G7 in the year of Jubilee. 7 is divine transition. God told Noah, I'm going to send a rainbow where never again it will destroy the earth this way. So we transition that the earth won't be destroyed that way again through flood and water. The walls of Jericho, the people were told the last day to march around 7 times. There was a divine transition because the walls came tumbling down, divine transition. It also represents a healing, right? It represents a healing in some ways. In some ways, it doesn't, because there's also a divine transition as well. Naaman did what God said. He dipped himself in the Jordan River 7 times, and he came up pure. So he went down one way 6 times. That's 7 times. Again, 6 plus 7 is the combination of the number 1 of God, the spiritual part, the 7th day, God rested. That word rest means to bankrupt. That word bankrupt means to reset. Well, what did he reset, Queen? He reset the earth. Genesis 1:1 says the earth was dark and void. So he restructured, recreated a new earth from whatever was existing in the past. So Naaman did what the man of God said and dipped 7 times, and he had a divine transition. So 7 times 7, 49 is a period. And you have to think about the San Francisco 49ers here and the gold rush, because gold and silver is going to be used to reset this currency system. And so this special time period of Jubilee, the year of Jubilee, when a person's possessions will be returned to them. Now, this is the thing. In order for something to be returned to you, you have to go and possess it. You have to get it. Whether you believe it was returned to you from your past life or reincarnation or whatever. But if the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, the fact that something is laid up does not mean it's just going to come to you. You have to go and get it. Now, I broke down the gematria. I've showed you. I broke down the X, Elon Musk, Jamie Foxx with the 2 X in his last name. I'm still seeing my 1111s up on the screen. Thank you all for tuning in. Last but not least, I want to show you this new revolutionary blockchain technology. If you watch the Jamie Foxx, they cloned Tyrone. There's a scene in there where the young lady is talking to Jamie Foxx, and she's saying that blockchain is the future. Now, this revolutionary licensing is licensed, is software. It's just like if you what Airbnb did or what Uber did. Right. What Uber did was, without owning the vehicles, and this is what Rev is doing, without owning the vehicles or owning the yachts that's going to be included, or owning the jets, because these are exotic vehicles, royalties from exotic vehicles, Rev. It's allowing people to participate like Uber through an app and to mine and approve. You will be approvers of the blockchain are on the blockchain, of transactions that happen on the blockchain. And as a result, you will be rewarded with tokens and a total daily production, and also continuity cash flow and perpetuity income. That's the name of the game. So this decentralized eco-friendly means no carbon emissions. It's friendly to the earth. This is what Biden administration and many are pushing right now. In fact, they're saying that we are receiving these um, high temperature recorded weather because of the effect that we've done to the ecosystem and the earth. And guess what? These innovations support mobile supported nodes, RFID community and service tracking. You got to understand what the RFID is, right? This is why I've been telling you all as well to get silver, because silver is both an industrial metal and a monetary metal as well. So you'll be able to purchase these NFTs nodes and projects that's supporting exotic vehicles, jets and airplanes and aircraft and boats such as yachts. This is where cryptocurrency meets commodity. And guess what? You don't have to own it. You don't have to own it. The royalties, you will be a recipient for these royalties and recreational vehicles and the aircraft that comes with it. The luxury car market is a $6.17 billion USD market in 2022. Recreational vehicle is a 55.28 billion with the billion-dollar market, and recreational boating is 16.26 billion. Now we're going to talk about private jets and aircrafts. That's a $2.17 billion industry. So if you want to get involved with these, you purchase a mining licenses, you receive daily rewards, and you receive the tokens for the lifetime of this project. The royalties, the lifetime, the luxury income, all that comes with it, and you don't have to own any of it. A one-time purchase for lifetime rewards. So if you're interested in that, then text CC to 331-444-5556. Government spent 60 billion last 4 days and added to the national debt. So more than likely tomorrow the rate hike will happen on the 26th of January. I definitely will be on top of that with you all. So this is the end of this live stream. I may live stream later tonight, but people, this has been planned for a long time. As a result, I hope that you are preparing. Thank you for tuning in. You all have a great rest of your day. Queen out.